This is Sheila's Take, a podcast where you can hear my take on everything: love, hate, relationships, family, and today's issues. I'm your host, Sheila Dunbar. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to take a lighthearted approach to exploring the laughter that comes from embracing the love of God within ourselves. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's dive in. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the seriousness of spiritual journeys and self-improvement that we forget to sprinkle some love and laughter into the mix. After all, God's love is joyful and contagious, right? So we're going to have some fun today. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a mirror and you're looking at yourself. What if you tried something a little different? Instead of focusing on your flaws or insecurities, take a moment to see the beauty that God has created within you. Look yourself in the eyes and say, "Hey, I love you. I'm a work of art created with love. I'm God's masterpiece." Now, I know it may sound a bit silly, but trust me, this simple act of self-affirmation can open up your heart to embracing the love of God within yourself. So go on, give it a try and see how it feels. You know, I think sometimes we can be our own worst critics. We judge ourselves for not being perfect or for making mistakes. But guess what? God still loves us, imperfections and all. Embracing the love of God within yourself is all about finding humor in the quirks and imperfections that make you unique. It's like God's way of saying, "Hey, I made you with a sense of humor. So why not have a good laugh at yourself?" Let's not forget those moments when we try to be all serious and spiritual but end up stumbling. God does have a sense of humor, and He loves us even in the midst of our most clumsy moments. Like the time I tried to meditate and I ended up falling asleep and snoring like a chainsaw. Or once I tried to have like a really deep and meaningful conversation with God while sitting in this very, very comfortable massage desk chair that my husband bought for me for Christmas. But just as I closed my eyes and started to speak, I accidentally leaned back too far and fell right off the chair. Ooh, talk about a divine face plant. I was embarrassed and there was no one around. I was embarrassed for myself. But God doesn't care about that. He loves us. He loves us no matter what we do or how we are. Have you ever noticed how God seems to have a funny way of answering our prayers? Sometimes we pray for something very specific, and God gives us something completely unexpected. I'm going to tell a story about a guy. We're going to call this guy Jake. And Jake loves to play basketball, right? He's been practicing his shots and honing his skills for months. So naturally, he prays passionately for God's intercession to improve his three-point accuracy. He declares, "Oh, mighty hoop master, please grant me the sacred gift of precision. Help me rain down threes like a basketball prodigy," or like a Stephen Curry. It's like Stephen Curry. So, fully expecting his shots to suddenly become laser focused, Jake eagerly heads to the court, ready to amaze everyone with his newfound accuracy. However, as soon as he releases the ball for the first three-pointer attempt, an unexpected gust of wind blows, causing him to completely miss the hoop. Not once, but twice. Every single time he tries to shoot a three-pointer. Now, Jake, bewildered, looks up to the heavens and asks, "Lord, did you forget to activate my pinpoint accuracy setting? Or did you accidentally switch it to Miss Master instead?" Right? Frustrated and confused, Jake decides to take a break from three-pointers and sets his sights on perfecting his free throws instead. During his break, he happens to start up a conversation with a fellow basketball enthusiast. And as they chat about their shared love for the game, the conversation takes an unexpected turn. To Jake's surprise, His new friend reveals that they are a talent scout for a professional team and that they've been desperately searching for someone with Jake's incredible ability to miss pointers spectacularly. Jake's mistakenly inaccurate shots would be the perfect addition to their team. Jake realizes that while he prayed for precision, God has something even more amusing in store for him. He joins a comedic basketball team known as Clumsy Clippers. Yes, that's what I'm calling them, Clumsy Clippers. It's my story. And becomes a sensation through his hilarious misses. His misfortune turns into a career, traveling the world, making people laugh, and delighting audiences with his fantastically terrible three-point attempts. From that moment forward, Jake learns that God's sense of humor surpasses his own expectations, and his unexpected answers can lead to extraordinary adventures and the most unlikely of dreams fulfilled. As he embraces his newfound role as the accidental superstar, yes, he's an accidental superstar, he celebrates every faceplant and missed shot with laughter, knowing that God has an ideal plan even when it seems like an airball. Now that's priceless, right? It's those unexpected twists and turns that remind us to trust in God's plan and find humor in the unexpected. And let's not forget the joy that comes from embracing our inner child and finding delight in the simplest of things. Do you remember? Because I remember that feeling of pure joy when you would blow bubbles. And you see kids today, when you go to a party and they blow bubbles, they come up with a bubble machine. The kids go crazy, right? That you have to remember that feeling of pure joy when you blow bubbles and watch them float in the air. It's like God saying, "Hey, my child, don't take life too seriously. Enjoy the little things and let your heart be filled with laughter." How about we do something? Let's take a moment to list 3 things we love about ourselves. It can be anything from our sense of humor to our kindness, or even our ability to dance like nobody's watching. All right? And embracing the love of God means embracing all the beautiful parts of ourselves. Grab a pen and paper and let's celebrate ourselves. One thing I love about myself is how encouraging I am. I have the natural ability to uplift others, offering kind words and positive support when they need it most. My encouragement acts as a beacon of hope for those around me, reminding them of their potential and helping them believe in themselves. And of course, I absolutely adore my ability to put a smile on people's faces through this podcast. I love doing this podcast. Now it's your turn. Write down those 3 things you love about yourself. It doesn't matter how big or small they may seem, but let's celebrate our unique qualities because that's what makes us special. As we go through life, we sometimes also forget to even take care of ourselves. We give so much to others but neglect our own self-care routines. But remember, embracing the love of God within ourselves also means embracing self-love and self-care. So here's another challenge for you. This week, set aside some time to do something special. Just for yourself. Do something special just for yourself. Maybe it's taking a long bubble bath surrounded by scented candles, or indulging in your favorite dessert guilt-free, or dedicating a day to do absolutely nothing. I love that last one. My best days are Saturday mornings when I wake up and I have nothing planned for the day, right? That's priceless. It's priceless. Whatever it may be, let it be an act of self-love and feel that love of God surround you as you embrace that moment of blissful self-care. Remember, God's love is not serious all the time. It's joyful, light, and full of laughter. Laughter is contagious, and when we embrace the love of God within ourselves, we become beacons of joy and laughter for others. We can brighten someone's day with a simple joke or a funny story, and in doing so, we become channels of God's love. But before we wrap up, let's take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's release any doubts, fears, or negative thoughts that may be lingering within us. Let's do it again. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's fill ourselves up with the love of God from the tips of our toes to the tops of our heads. Allow that love to radiate out into the world, making a difference in the lives of those around us. Remember to keep embracing the love of God within yourself, because you are a beautiful creation deserving of that love. Until next time, my friends, keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep shining that love. Join me next time where I will continue to discuss more of today's issues. You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or even send me an email at Sheila'sTake@outlook.com for topics you would like discussed, or if you would like to be a guest on Sheila's Take. I'm your host, Sheila Dunbar. Until next time, blessings to you.